Hey, what's up? It's NelcaRed. If you don't know me by now, I am the builder in Sims 4 that builds traditional and modern houses. Today, I'll be building a very unique modern house. It's more like a tutorial. So, basically, before I start every single modern house, I will always take like 10 minutes to experiment with the different shapes they get to offer. So right there, I'm kind of experimenting the roofs and how I could, like, I don't know how to say, how I could just make it into one shape to look like a modern house. So I kind of got the right shape already, and I kind of had to put those things as fence. I do not prefer any other fence but the half walls. The half walls are good for the fences for the balcony. So this modern house has a very unique shape. It's like a slanted modern house, I would say. But what I'm trying to achieve here is kind of give the player a illusion that it's actually slanted, but it's actually not. It's actually the roof that's kind of punctured into another room to the second room. Yeah. So here I'm actually using black windows. It's actually a new feature in The Sims 4, and so far I really liked it. I liked it more than the white windows. And for every single modern house I build, I'll always use those surfaces. It gives it this blind shape feeling. So to every single modern house builder out there, when you build a modern house, you have to make sure that it's actually comfortable. Like when you look at it, you're like, oh, this is gonna be like peaceful, this is gonna be silent. So most modern houses, I would kind of match with the surroundings. Like for this one, it's kind of forest themed, so I had to use like some wooden color just to match with its surroundings. I mostly use wooden colors, black colors, and white colors just to give this modern house a very good contrast so people could see it from far away. So you can see I changed it to a whiter color. And always make your roof black. It's very bold. I would say it would stand out much more than the gray roofs. So you can see I'm using the trees to cover that extra box there that's not supposed to be there, just to give the people a illusion that this is a actual slanted modern house. I think I did pretty well. So here I'm adding windows in random places which I feel that should have windows. Unlike traditional houses, modern houses, you have to add the windows first before you build the interior, because it's very, very picky. As for traditional houses, you can add windows anywhere you want, depending on what room you're gonna build on. As for modern houses, it's very picky. If you add a window in the wrong place, it will just completely ruin the whole house. So keep in mind that. Make sure to add the surfaces, like the surface things for every single window. Remember, it gives it this very comfy feeling. So here I'm trying to put the house in the middle. Yeah. And add trees around the modern house. Always give it this terrain, that's acceptable. Make sure it matches the modern house too. Like, don't put like a cactus right in front of the modern house when it's all wooden color. It really doesn't make sense. You should match with the surroundings. So for the outdoor patio, I'll use tiles. I think black tiles will look good. I think wood will look okay, but I think it's kind of strange for this house, so I kind of changed it to a blacker tile. So when you're done with the exterior, when you move towards the interior, make sure to cover up some of the holes. By the way, I'm recording this from my phone, so it might not be the best quality. I'm trying to get a new microphone. Now, the hardest part of every single house is knowing where the stairs go. You make sure to put the stairs right next to the door or somewhere that's easily accessible. So here I'm kind of constructing a restroom in there, and then I put a pillar. And I had a lot of problems with the kitchen. I didn't know where to put the kitchen, so I kind of like experimented a little bit, see how it works or not. I would say the hardest part is the interior for every single house. Like, the exterior might look good, but the interior might look bad. You have to make them both look good, and that is a very hard thing for a modern house like this, when there's a lot of shapes just popping out right before your eyes. So I kind of agreed to have a kitchen right over there. Make sure that every single modern house you have modern furniture. I don't want like some Victorian style cabinets, because that doesn't really make sense. Have the most expensive oven, most expensive refrigerator. Yeah. So here I put it at night so I will see how the light works. I don't like how that part has a lot of light coming from the outside, so I kind of had to put the blinds over the windows, but it didn't really help. So I kind of made the tiles like this. Just make it as simple as you can. Every single modern house is simple. Do not put way too much furniture, because number one, it will look bad. Number two, your Sims cannot move through them. So keep in mind with that. It's okay if your kitchen is small, and it's okay that there's less stuff in there. It's actually, the less you put, the more you get from it. If there's any like blank walls that has no painting on it, just put a painting on it. Just I don't even know what I'm talking about. So here I'm doing the living room. I put a second pillar just to match the first one, so it'll be symmetrical. I changed the wall to a gray wooden color. And every time when you make your like living room, make sure your TV is like surrounded by bookcase. Well, it's just an option, but it makes it look very good, very immersive, I think. And of course, use the modern furniture, use the modern couch. I also like to put floor lamps. I think it makes it look very modern to me. And there I kind of put like a simple computer, nothing very special. So I tried to do some floor patterns, but it kind of failed because it looks really ugly. It looks like another kitchen to me. So I kind of delete them all. And I'm sticking with the stripes. So onto the bathroom. Oh, by the way, if there is like a even number of walls, make sure to put the even number of doors, if that makes sense. Like for example, that door right there I just put, it's like for even walls, so it matches 2 walls, while some doors matches 1 wall. Yeah, make sure it's very symmetrical and make sure it just works perfectly. Again, I'm sorry for the bad English here. So on to the upper floor. Instead of putting like fences over the stairs, you should just put half walls. I think it's much better because it looks bulky. Like if you put fence, it would just look like you're on a flat piece of plate or something. It doesn't look really good, so I kind of had to use the half walls. I was thinking about putting a restroom there, but it was a failure because there's like a huge window right there. Okay, kids, don't put your restrooms next to the window. It's really stupid. Don't do it. Especially in modern houses when the windows are extremely huge. You want to avoid doing that. I put a mirror there because it's like a random mirror. So I had a lot of problems with the coloring of the half walls. It doesn't look really well. I was looking for a white one, but instead I get a whiter one with a blue tone gray. I don't know, it has to do with something with the lighting. So there I kind of put another computer. Another thing is that bedrooms must be darker. So when I say darker, they need to have darker wallpaper and just less light in the bedrooms. It's much easier and it looks more organic to me that the bedroom's dark. Make sure not to put too many ceiling lights because the ceiling lights could annoy the player. For this restroom, I kind of made dark. I don't know why, but I kind of like it. So for this room, I use actually a lighter color for the wallpaper because there is light bouncing back inside the room already, so I kind of had no choice but to use it. I think later I would actually change it to a different color. I think like a wooden color, I think. I had to delete those 4 windows just to match the blindings. Yeah, I changed it to this darker color. Remember, every single time when you have a dresser, make sure to have a mirror next to it. It's really important. If you have extra space in the bedroom, just put a computer or a bookcase or a chair is fine too. Out here I kind of want to put like a table and chair and a bench, and then following it with a barbecue. So I'm kind of testing out how it would look in the gallery. I kind of want to decorate it some more with some plants. When you post stuff in the gallery, make sure it looks good on the first photo. Make sure it looks good. If it doesn't, then no one's gonna download it. I have seen many amazing houses, yet they are extremely good, yet they have one of the worst photos ever. That's why we should have the tray importer, but that's too late. So I'm making an outside kitchen right here. I think this house is kind of aimed for parties and stuff. It's not really aimed for families or something like that. Because there's like 2 bedrooms, like 2 kitchens and 3 computers and 2 bathrooms. Like